discussing these 6 topics. First is the area of computation, centroids, volumes, area moment of inertia, length of curve, and lastly, work, especially in pumping of liquid. Now, I have here a problem which it needs answers between the area of computation, the centroids, the volume, the length of the curve, and also the area moment of inertia. Well, for work, we will discuss that later and solve one problem. After a careful understanding or thorough observation of our first problem or our only problem, we now have our figure. As you can see, y equals to x squared is the parabola of our figure. Now we have, in our x-axis, we have 0 as our origin and 2 as the distance of our x-axis. So, in the formula of finding the area of our region here, since we are finding the region below the parabola and above the x-axis, so area is equals to the integral limit of BA y dx. So RB is 2 and RA is 0. So therefore, let's substitute all the given values plus 2. The integral of 2, 0, and for our y we have x squared dx. Now, by solving this, you can get our answer as, using power rule, we have 3 over 3, and move this here to 0. Now, as you can see, how do we cancel this 2 and 0? By substituting our x by 2 and 0. So we have 2 raised to 3 over 3 minus 0 raised to 3 over 3. Then our answer is 8 over 3 units squared. Now this is our answer for our area of our region, which is 8 over 3 units. Now for our second question, we are given what are the coordinates of our centroid. Now in finding centroid, these are the key formulas for us to know which here is the center of our region. So we have x bar and y bar. This is used to determine the accurate or the approximate distance of our centroid. So the key formulas for x bar is 1 over a integral of b over a and xy dx. For y bar, we have y bar is equals to 1 over 2 area integral of BA y squared dx. If you are going to find the bar x, then this is the formula in finding the bar x. Now, for bar y, this is the formula in finding its value. Now, in our figure, we can see that in the x-axis, this will be our bar y, but we are not sure where is the center of our region, and this will also be here na lang for bar y. Now, how about let's try finding first our bar x. Now, for this, we just have to also substitute our values for our x bar. So we have 1 over 8 over 3 2, 0 for x, just copy x and change the value of y into x squared dx. Now, by multiplying this, we have 1 over 8, 3 or 2, 0 x3 dx. Now, using power rule, we have x4 over 4 2, 0. Change the value of x into these two, both. So therefore we have 2 raised to 4 over 4 plus 0 raised to 4 over 4. Then for our answer here we have 16 over 4 can be lowest term to 4. Multiply this by 1 over 8 over 8 over 3. Then for our x bar we have 3 over 2. So this is our value for our x bar. Let's copy here. 3 over 2. Our area is 8 over 3. Now let's find our bar y. We'll just change the formula here. So bar y is equals to 1 over 2 area integral of dA y squared dx. So let's just substitute the given values. So we have 1, 2, 8 over 3, 2, 0, or y squared by 2x squared dx. Now let's just multiply this and use the power rule. Then we have x squared, so it's 5 over 5, 2, 0. Use this procedure. Then we have 2 raised to 5 over 5, 0 raised to 5 over 5. We have 32 over 5 multiplied by 1 over 2, 8, 3. Then our answer will be 86 over 80 and we closer to 6 over 5. So this is our by bar y 6 over 5. Now that we have our values for our center for the coordinates, we can now determine where is our centroid. So by changing this into decimal, 3 over 2 is 1.5. So 1 is over here and here is 1.5. So 1.5. So we can determine that. We start here, and for our 6 over 5 can be turned into decimal 1.2. So our 1 here and 2. Let's imagine our 2 here, 1.2 is here. So as you can see, it looks like it's centered to our region 1.2 and 1.5. So that is the coordinates of our centroid. Now for our third question, we're given find the volume of the solid revolved about x-axis. It's in the x-axis, which is the volume. Now, using the Washer method formula, or known as the disk method, this will be our formula for our volume, which is volume is equals to pi integral of BA and y squared dx. Now let's try solving it using this formula, and now let's substitute this. So we have pi 0 x squared dx. Now using power rule and multiplying this, we have 2, 0 x5 dx over 5. Now by multiplying this, x fifth over fifth, 2, 0, change the value of x, 2 raised to 5 over 5. 0, 5 over 5 is equals to 32 over 5. Now since we have a pi here, let's just multiply it. Pi times 32 over 5. Now our answer for our volume is 32 pi over 5 units. Cubic units. So this is our volume. And we have a volume, let's just copy it here. 32 pi over 5 cubic units. Fourth question, we're given what is the arc length of our curve. So, formula for finding the arc length, we have the length is equals to the integral of the limit of BA square root of 1 plus function of x squared dx. So, let's use this formula and substitute our given values. So we have 2, 0, square root of 1 plus x squared dx. Now since this problem is very complicated, how about let's try using the numerical method or the evaluated numerically. So with this we can change this into 4x squared plus 1/4 sine x sine 2x 0, 2. And here will be x over 2. So now by substituting our x values by 2, therefore we can have our value as 2 over 2 square root of 1. 4 times 2 raised to 2 is 16 plus 1 over 4. And sign can be changed into logarithmic integration, so we have ln. We have 2 times 2 plus the square root of 1 plus 4 times 2 raised to 2 is 16. Then we have 1 square root of times 1 plus 16 is 17, so square root of 17 plus 1/4 ln 2 times 2 is 4, so 4 17. Now let's try solving this. So 1 times 17 is 4.12 plus 1/4 logarithmic of ln for square root of 17. We have 1/4 2.14. Then 4.14 plus 0.43, because 1/4 times 2.14 will be 0.43. So our arc length of the curve will be approximately BR value 4.65. So we can determine the true value of our arc length of the curve, but our approximate value of the length of the curve will be 4.65. So this is our answer. So length will be 4.65. For our last question, we are given find the area moment of inertia about the x-axis. Now our focus here, or our goal here, is to find the area moment of inertia in our x-axis. So we have the formula, or the key formula in finding the area moment of inertia. We have inertia x is equals to integral of dA y squared dx. So since our focus here is the x-axis, so this becomes x. So by substituting our values, we have 20 x squared dx. Using power rule, multiplying this and using power rule, we have x 5 over 5 d0. We have 2 over 5 minus 0 over 5. Therefore 32 over 5 units raised to 4. So this is our answer for our area moment of inertia about the x-axis. So this is all of the answer of our problem, and the figure that Desmos helped me figure out what our figure would look like. That's all. Thank you. Good morning. So our topic for today is work pumping fluids. So we have one problem that is about work in pumping fluids. Now, after reading the problem, we now can identify our given values. So we have the weight of the water, gravity. So by multiplying this, we can identify our density, which is 9,810. Now, where do we get that 10 value? You may ask. 10 came from the weight of the water or fluid. Now, there are other weights of different kinds of water, like salt water, river water, or tap water. They all have different kinds of weight. But since 1,000 is the most used common weight, therefore 1,000, we are going to use the 1,000 weight for the water. Now, by multiplying this, we now can identify the density, which is 9,810 newtons per cubic meter. Now, in a problem, it said that it is an inverted cone. So, it's an upside down cone with a height of 6 meters and radius of 3 meters. Now, it asks how much work is required to pump all the water to a point 1 meter above the top of the tank or the inverted cone. Now, pump to the height of 7 meters, which is 1 meter above the 6 meters. So, if we slice it horizontally, we can get the 7 minus y. Now, by using the work formula in pumping fluids, we have work is equals to the force and the distance. Now, this is similar to in physics, which is work is equals to force is distance, but the difference is that we cannot get the force or the distance easily. We have to base it in the shapes of the type of problem. Now, so this is our formula, the work. So this will be the shape. So using the y-axis and the x-axis, our height is 6 meters, so in vertical is like this. With the height of 6 meters, if we pump it 1 meter above, then this will become 7 meters with a radius of 3 meters filled with water. Now, by using work, let's go with an integral of dA, we can now identify our problem. Now, by substituting this given with our given values, we have 0 here, B 6 meters, so we have 6 for our height. Now, how can we get the force? To get the force, we must identify the weight of slice. So, therefore, we can get as the density times the area of the height. That is the force. Now, for our distance, by slicing it horizontally, we can get the F minus Y. So, time multiply it. 7 minus Y dy. To get the value of our A times Y, we have to use the similar triangles. So, using similar triangles, we have put this density 10 for AY. Let's use similar triangles. So, we have the radius Y over Y equals to 3 over X over 1 half. So, that means our RY is equals to Y over 2. Now for our A, Y is equals to pi times R Y squared, which then equals to RY times Y over 2 squared. Therefore, we have over 4. So this will become our AY. So let's change this. It is RY Y squared over 4. Now for our distance naman, let's just copy it. 7y dy. After this, let's try multiplying 9, 8, 10 to pi y squared over 4. Then we have since this is constant, we must move it outside of the integral. Pi over 4. So we have 0 for y squared. Till then, we put inside, multiply it by 7 minus y dy. So we expand it. So 9, 8, 10 pi over 4, integral of 6, 0, 7y squared minus y cubed dy. Now, let's group this into different integrals. So therefore we have 6, 0, 7y squared dy and 6, 0 y cubed dy. Now, let's try solve this using our power rule. Then we have 7 y cubed over 3, 6, 0 and y4 over 4, 6, 0. By changing our value of y to 6 and 0, we get our value in both the integrals. For here, we have 7 times 72, we have 504, and for here, we have 324. Yes, this is correct. Now, after finding our answer by in both integrals, we can now minus this. So we get 504 minus 324, we get 180. Where's 180? Yes, it is for 180. So we got 180. Now, since we still have our 1,810 pi over 4, we can multiply it by 180. So, our work is 110 pi over 4 times 180. Therefore, we get our answer to 450 by joules. Since this is work, we have to use the unit joules. Or, if we don't want us to have pi, because of 1,386,748.02 joules, 1 million. So this is our answer for our problem in work pumping fluids. That's it, and thank you for watching.